And away we go. It is another nightcap right here on BearcatJournal.com, brought to you as always by our good friends at Galactic Fried Chicken, www.galacticfriedchicken.com. You can download the app for Android, iPhone, everything Galactic. Get yourself some yummy, yummy fried chicken. Don't forget, if you're in the store and they're getting ready to check you out and you tell them to pump it up, get 15% off your order. Hi, Aaron.
Hi, Chad.
You been working out today, or
Nope, just a little red here. That's about as two-toned as it gets.
put your stuff away? Nobody wants to see that. Sorry, I was adding up points. The story of the day tonight, or the story of the day was tonight. We'll get to Isaiah Collier in a minute, but we were done with the 17 and under portion. Are you tired, buddy?
Yeah,
keeping you up.
Being out in the sun all day will do that.
Yeah, well, you should think about that. You got work to do at night. We were done with our 17 and under responsibilities for the day, but the number one team from Indiana, 16 and under, was taking on the number one team from Ohio, 16 and under. So we decided we will stick around and get a look at a couple local products. One of them, Walnut Hills, Tyler McKinley. Oh boy, he's really good. He's 6'8", 220, 230 pounds, and is much more skilled than he was the last time I laid eyes on him. He scored 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 in the first half, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 in the second half. That's 26 for those that were scoring along at home. Man, he moves. It's weird because he's got kind of what looks like a big lumbering kind of frame.
Yeah.
And then he gets the ball in his hands and he plays like a guard. Like he played point guard for most of the game for his team. At 6'8", and what's that listed at? I can't see it.
210.
He's probably a little bit, probably 220 right now, I would guess. But I really impressed. I mean, I know the knock on him. His arms are short in comparison to his frame, but it did not seem to bother him tonight against a very, very good team from Indiana. And then there's Moeller standout, rising junior, class of 2024, 16 and under, AJ McBride. Last name might sound familiar. The Moeller pipeline has produced quite a few of those. But this particular McBride happens to be the son of Anthony McBride, also known as Mug. And if you remember, Anthony McBride was a walk-on back in the early 2000s or late 2000s, early 2010s for McCronin. It's wild because his son was a little toddler running around at practice from time to time. You want to talk about making you feel old?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you got to see him last year as well.
I saw him last year a little bit as well.
Okay.
His game has advanced. He had a corner three tonight, had a couple nasty dunks, and he finished with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15. He finished with 16. And Mike Roberts was front and center, and against the best that Indiana has to offer in the 2024 class, the Ohio boys stole the show, and it was on the backs of Tyler McKinley and AJ McBride.
Well, so, believe it or not, I cannot find AJ McBride in the 24/7 basketball recruit.
He might not be in there.
I searched 23, 24, 25, and 26, so.
Well. Might not be under AJ.
I was just looking under McBride.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh well.
Anyway.
Yep.
Anyway. So those two kind of stole the show tonight. I definitely think there's going to be a lot of Cincinnati interest in those two. So keep your eyes peeled going forward. Then we had I didn't really see anything great the first game this morning, although there is a name that might be worth tracking. Great radio, isn't it? I'll deal with that in my roundup. We don't have time for that. Let's see. Where did we get rolling? Oh, got a couple looks at Trey Green today. I'm so torn on this one, Aaron.
Yeah.
Because offensively, God, he can shoot it, man. The ball comes out of his hands so pure. The rotation is great. He makes them at a very high volume. He's so small defensively, it's gonna forever be a problem. I saw at least 4 or 5 times today where guys just shot right over him. Like he wasn't standing there.
Oh.
And yeah, and the way Wes wants to play and pressure and get after teams, there's so much of a trade-off for him, offense to defense, that it's going to be difficult. Like, and it's, it's the ultimate, like, one shoulder, other shoulder, like.
Sure.
But I guess what you wonder is how the other thing offensively that bothered me a little bit today is he just, at his size, he's not going to finish at the rim. Like you saw how many times this year with smaller guards, Cincinnati got to the rim and it just got spanked off the backboard.
Yep.
And he's smaller than any of the guards that are on the roster now or were last year, and doesn't exactly have like that thick, the ability to absorb contact.
Sure.
So he's just a shooter. Like he runs a team well, he passes well, really good in a high school setting. But boy, when you put him on the floor with, these EYBL guards, and I think the only 2 I saw him make today when I was watching him was a 19-foot like step back.
Yeah, that's not great.
Right. So I think you just have I know he's ranked highly. I know everybody is very excited about him, but you guys know when I watch these guys, I try to shoot it as straight with you as possible.
You also don't know what's going on with that kid. Maybe it was an off weekend or whatever. I mean, personally,
based on,
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I don't need qualifiers on. Like, it wasn't like he played terribly. Like he played his game. It just, I don't know. Especially when you're talking Big 12 and the length and athleticism that UC is going to have to deal with in that league. Like, is a smaller 5'10" point guard the answer?
We talked about that ad nauseum when Mikey was here. So yeah,
and he was 6 foot,
right,
and thick. Like he actually had some,
and had elite speed. Never forget.
I don't know, man. They're going to have an interesting decision to make on where they are situated with Trey Green. That's all. I just think it's not an easy evaluation, if you will.
Or even if you won't.
Isaiah Collier, 24/7, put out an article this morning They believe that they're going to probably move him into their either top 10, and if not top 10, then top 5 when the rankings re-release. And at his game this afternoon, Mike Roberts was there with Mick Cronin, Leonard Hamilton, Juwan Howard, Bruce Pearl. Like, the word is out. And that's not to say that Cincinnati's not going to continue swinging with everything they've got, but this is going to be a big boy battle. Like, you have to put your big boy pants on if you're going to get this one done, if you're Wes Miller.
Yikes.
Yeah, he went 6 for 12 from 3 today in that game that everybody was watching. And that's like his weakness, as he's not considered a high-end shooter. And yeah, I happen to be standing with near a coach that coaches on the West Coast. And every time he made a 3, I was like, you didn't see that.
Did you tell him to stay out of our pipeline?
Yeah, and he told me that's not your pipeline. That's my pipeline.
Stay out of our pipeline, Mick.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, he set the record straight on who the 5-star pipeline belongs to. But yeah, it's gonna be a bear. The recruitment of Isaiah Collier. Like, if Wes wins that one, then his recruiting chops are bona fide.
Then he can tell Mick to stay out of his pipeline.
Oh, shut up, Aaron. Jesus. It wasn't funny the first time. It's not funny the 18th time. So yeah. And they kept popping up. Like, it was just like, oh, there's another one. There's another one. There's another one. There, like, the head coaches were like whack-a-moles. Boop, pop, 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 pop. And it was a game, another 23 point, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals. Yeah, the kid's gonna be really good.
Crazy.
Araton, Page, again, not as good as he was for the entirety of last night, but still a strong day. The second game tonight, he didn't quite finish nearly as well as he did last night. So he had a little bit of struggles at the rim, but all in all, like, that's a kid that the upside is going to be there. I think he's going to be a top 75.
I was going to say, you're going to have some struggles with a kid who still has what you called baby deer syndrome. So
yeah, it's trying to get it all to work together. All right. Well, that about, I'll have more tomorrow and into Monday once I get home and get situated. But that'll about wrap it up for tonight. I'm going to eat some pizza and sleep. It has been a long day in the gym.
Nothing about the visit?
Oh, yeah. Landers Nolly. I forgot. It slipped my mind. That's kind of what I've been vaguely hinting at for the past couple of days, that, look for them to go after a 6'7" wing to come in and help replace some of the scoring that they need. And Landers Nolly would most certainly be an outstanding addition to this roster.
Yes.
Correct.
But as we talked about, you're going to run into whose minutes does that eat?
It doesn't. No, with a kid at that level, like, okay, like, sorry, your feelings might get hurt.
Yeah. Time will tell.
Time will tell. We'll have more on that tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'll keep you updated. I got to go grab pizza from the lobby. I'm Chad Brendel. He's Aaron Smith. We'll see you next time. It's the Nightcap, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken, right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya.